Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Okay, now it's time to discuss volume and surface area of a prism, cone and spheres. We have already discussed in some of the previous sessions the volume and surface area of a prism. And when we talked about a prism, we said, okay, this is a prism, right? What was specific about the prism? The specific thing about the prism was the prism had the same base on the top and bottom, right? This is triangular, this is triangular, okay? Same base at the top, same base at the bottom, right? And then the prism has its faces. This is a triangular prism. We could have a square prism. We could have a pentagonal prism. So we have already discussed this, and we have calculated the volume and surface area of a prism, right? The prism could be also of a square shape. Now I don't have a squared prism right now, but I have a square model, right? Now in this square model, if this is a prism, okay, right, if this is a square prism, it has 6 sides, right, and all the 6 sides have the same dimension. And if we have to find the volume of this square prism, what we have to do? We have to see, okay, if this is the base or this is the base, they are same. So what do we do to find the area of a base? Length into breadth. So if the length and the breadth in the case of a sphere is same, so 2 sides, okay, and then into the height, we got the volume of a square prism. Now if we keep in mind this square prism, from this square prism with the same base, we're going to talk about a pyramid, okay, and we'll see what the difference is there in case of the pyramid. Now let's discuss the pyramid, okay. Okay, so we are going to talk about a pyramid. Okay, it has a square base, just like a cube, right? The base is squared. But the things are different. The square prism had the 6 equal faces. In the case of a prism, it's just one base which is squared, and then rest of the 4 faces are not the square ones. They are triangular, right? They are triangular. Now, they are meeting, all the triangles are meeting at a tip, right? At this point. And this tip is known as apex, right? And then this pyramid has a height as well. Now the height is from this apex to the base. From this apex to the base, here, if I draw here a dotted line, now this is the height. See, from this apex to the base, this is the height of the pyramid. But when we close this, these 4 triangular faces, all the faces has their length as well, right? From base to the apex, from base to the apex, from base to the apex, right? And this from base to the apex, this thing, now this is known as slant height. Slant because of the face is slanted, and the height of this triangular face, right? Now we have three things. This tip of the pyramid is known as apex. The pyramid has a height from my apex to the base, which is this line within the internal line, the internal height, and then from the tip to the base, which is slanted, this is known as a slant height. Now, in case of a prism, volume of a squared prism, we have just talked, volume of prism is equal to base area into height, right? Now, when we are coming to the pyramid, the volume of pyramid is 1/3 into base area into height. Now when we are saying height, this is this height which is within this, we are talking about the height which is within the pyramid from the, just a moment, let me hold it properly, here, from a tip to the base, this is the height, okay, and the base area, of course the pyramid has the base, so base area, if this is a square, it's going to be a squared area, and then the height, of course, from a tip to the base, right, and this will be the height. Now why this is 1/3? When we talked about cubic prism, and then this, if you can make a model and you can fill them with the sand, you can just make do experiment, and you can see that 3 pyramids of the same base will fill the cubic prism of the same base. 3 filled pyramids will fill a 1 cubic prism with the same dimensions. Okay, so this you can check with this experiment and you will understand why this is 1/3, because the 3 pyramids are going to fill 1 cubic prism with the same dimensions of the base. Okay. Now supposedly we have the dimensions here, 8 centimeter, 8 centimeter, okay, and the height, suppose we have 10. So what will be the 1/3 into, or to make it simple, we take the height as 9, okay. So 8 into 8 into 9, just for the sake of calculation I have taken it as a 9, and so we have here 64 into 3, so which is 192 centimeter cube. So this will be the volume of the pyramid. Now if we have to talk about the total surface area of a pyramid, so let's talk about that now. Okay, now to calculate the total surface area of a pyramid, we're going to open this pyramid. So we're going to have a shape like this, right? We have a base. In the previous case, the base was 8 centimeter, 8 centimeter, right? 8, 8. So this is the same base. We have opened up. And when we were talking about this pyramid, we said this triangular faces have their height, and that height was known as the slant height. Now this is that same height. So this is the slant height. Now this is, if I say this is the 9, this is 9 centimeter, this will be the 9 centimeter, this will be the 9 centimeter, this will be the 9 centimeter. Okay. Now, the total surface area of pyramid equals. Now it has two parts. It has a base area plus area of all the triangular faces. So the first thing, base area, which is 8 into 8, 64, right? Now, area of one triangular face. So it's a triangle. The triangle has a base of 8, and this slant height, which is the slant height for the pyramid, but it's a height for the triangle, right? From base to the tip, it's a height for the triangle. So simple. So area of triangular face is half, which is the formula for the area of a triangle, into base into this height. So 4, which is 36. Now the total surface base area 64 plus area of all triangular faces. There are 4 triangular faces, so plus 4 into 36, right? Which is 64 plus 24 and 12, 144. So we have here 802 centimeter square. So this is the total surface area of the pyramid. I hope you got the idea. So in the next session we'll discuss a cone. Thank you very much.